people, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. Feel free to join the family by clicking the subscribe button below and the bell next to it so that you're notified every time I upload a video. And if you're a returning subscriber, a regular, a day one, thank you so much for tuning back to another episode of Good Vibes. Without wasting any time, let's get right into the video. Let's go. So as you can tell by the title below, today's video is entitled, Can Social Media Ruin Your Relationship? And when you see a question mark there, you know I'm accompanied by special guests, obviously virtually. So you guys get to meet my girls in a few where they give their opinions on whether they think social media affects relationships or not and why. Should your partner upload you 24/7? Should he not upload you? Are you okay with that? You know, we're going to touch on those topics into this video. So stay tuned. Grab your rich people juice as usual, because my girls will be spitting facts on facts. So without wasting any time, let's get right into the video.
Hi everybody. So I was asked if I think that social media has a negative or a positive impact in a relationship.
In my honest opinion, I would say it depends on what you do on social media. It depends on what you use social media for. Social media can be good and bad.
And my take on this is, first of all, it depends on the couple itself. Are they strong enough? Do they have a good foundation which can withstand whatever judgments that come along with the internet?
Guys, I think it does. I strongly believe it does have a role in broken relationships to a certain extent, to a greater extent. Social media can ruin relationships.
No, I do not feel like social media really ruins relationships, because other things ruin relationships, like lack of communication, lack of trust, misunderstandings, not having respect for your partner, and infidelity.
If you use social media for the right reasons, then I do not see how it can possibly negatively affect a romantic relationship. However, if you use it for all the bad things, then obviously it will have a negative effect on your relationship.
But what I would say would ruin a relationship is when people's opinions now start to be a playing factor in your relationship.
Because from what I have seen in this world, the moment you post your relationship, the relationship becomes for everybody, to be honest.
Imagine a situation whereby you post your partner every now and then, and people from different angles, from different parts of the world have to comment, and then others also have negative comments. You know, those people, they will affect you somehow.
And then when you, for example, like to post them frequently on your timeline, right? Everyone is studying where you post them and they know which picture is where on top of that. So when you remove that picture, people start inboxing you, girl or guy, what happened to your partner? Aren't you guys still together? Are you guys dating? Are you guys arguing? You know, your business becomes their business.
When people get to know what is happening in your relationship, and then they get to have comments, and those comments are things that maybe you would want to do in a relationship, then those have a potential of ruining your relationship.
And is it mandatory? Like, is it necessary to post your partner?
Personally, I would say that I find nothing wrong with people knowing who my partner is. I do not mind when people know who I am currently dating or who is my partner and everything like that. I do not have a problem with that.
Again, it depends on the people. If you're somebody who feels like your relationship will be solidified more if you're posted by your partner constantly, like you're a missing person, then I guess for you it would be important.
I feel like understanding the type of partner that you have plays a very big role, because, for example, you have a partner that is very private, not always posting the person's picture and keeping things on the low would, of course, breathe life into that relationship. But then if you have a partner that is very showy and would love for you to show them off and post their pictures and would like for you to always comment on their pictures and stuff like that, then of course doing that would breathe life into the relationship. So
on a personal level, I feel like in as much as being posted is nice, you know, it's in today's like modern era, it's like a somehow like an affirmation to know that your person is serious about you, they're posting you. But for me, being posted on social media, I wouldn't say it's a big thing. Maybe when I was like 15, 16, 17, you know, those young teenage relationships, yeah, then maybe I would go crazy because my man didn't post me. But at this age, I feel like honestly, being posted on social media is just the cherry on top of the cake.
People think your relationship should be a certain way, whereas that is not how it was going for you, and that relationships cannot be the same. Other people's relationships work when they do things like that, and yours might not work the same way.
Because it just opens space, you know, rooms. It opens a room for, you know, haters, you know, people with negative comments, and it gets you thinking. Like, it gets into your head and you're like, yo, you know, those exes that don't want to see their exes happy, you know, and once they see they've moved on, they also want to go back there just to confuse the things.
I feel like it all comes down to the people in the relationship and just wisdom. Wisdom is always profitable to direct, you know. So no, social media doesn't ruin relationships, if you ask me.
You know, when you make your relationship public, I believe you're just putting yourself under pressure, because once you post something, people expect you to post something better than what you posted before. And so I think it's best to just stay out of social media. Maybe post once in a while, not every time, you know.
I believe that when it comes to relationships and you set a certain standard, for example, if you're the type of couple that loves to travel, or you're the type of couple just likes, I don't know, just loves posting things about your relationship in general, just know Paul be there with words like, oh, I suffer well your relationship, I wish my relationship was like yours, oh my god, you guys are so in love. Like, at some point you end up forgetting your own relationship if you're not careful.
So I would say that people's opinions or what happens on social media shouldn't determine how your relationship is going or how your relationship is moving. But for the public to know, if you do not have a problem with that, then I find nothing wrong with that, for the public to know who your partner is.
Because for starters, when you have no money, you reach that mentality of, I have to please people, I have to make sure I travel. Even though you have no money, you and your couple, you're just your partner, you're just there like, we have to do this because people have seen the standard in our relationship, and that brings unhappiness in your relationship.
Pictures mean nothing. Beautiful pictures mean nothing. How is the relationship itself? That's just my view, that's just my opinion. It shouldn't be something so focused on, you know, like the actual relationship itself should be something that the people fight for, and then posting and all of that stuff should just be a cherry on top of the cake.
People will be like, oh my god, you guys are so in love, and then you guys are having arguments. People will never understand that you guys are supposed to argue because they believe you're a perfect fit. But for you guys, you finally realize that you're not meant for each other, and the next day you're like, let's stick in this relationship because people said so and not because you want to. That's a very toxic thing to happen, because that means there's no happiness. And where will that lead to? Toxicity.
Just stay out of social media and be happy with your muntu, with your person, with your mutu. The two of you, you're happy like that. Stay away from social media. Don't depend too much on it. You know, don't please us, please you, okay?
So that you avoid headaches, every ache that comes along with the internet, because I don't think that's how relationships are supposed to be. It's not supposed to be about people, but about you guys and focusing on each other's growth.
Thank you so much for watching, and to my girls, thank you so much for engaging in one of my videos yet again. And there are two of my girls in this video, Neo Hamaluba and Samkeliso Moyo, who also have YouTube channels, and I will link their channels in the description box below. Please do best go and subscribe to their amazing content. Please comment down below whether you think social media affects relationships or not, and why. As for my opinion, stay tuned for part 2. Thank you for watching. Cheers!
Mwah, 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 mwah.